My name is Professor Chandrakant Parkhi. In the last session, we have discussed the concept of DC load line and AC load line, and also seen that the general equation of stability. Now today we will discuss the topic biasing of transistor. Under this topic we will study why there is a need of biasing, what is mean by biasing, and third point, what are the different methods of biasing, and after that analysis of the biasing, methods. So we will discuss what is mean by biasing, why there is a need of biasing, what are the different techniques or methods of biasing, and their analysis. So the biasing means the proper application of input voltage, at the input terminal of BJT, Generally in common emitter configuration, input terminal is the base terminal. Therefore, at input or base terminal of transistor of BJT, so that it is driven into active region, this BJT is driven into the active region for faithful amplification. So let us say again, the application of proper input voltage at the input terminal or base terminal of transistor or BJT, so that it is driven into active region for faithful amplification. The process is called as the biasing. This is the perfect process of biasing. Now, the biasing is controlled by means of external sources. Now, how the biasing is controlled? It is controlled by the external sources and resistor connected in the circuit. External sources and different resistors connected in the circuit. External sources and resistors, these control the process of biasing to the transistors. So this is what is meant by biasing. So again let us see that the proper application of input voltage at the input or base terminal of transistor, so that it is driven into the active region for faithful amplification. The process is called as biasing, and this biasing is controlled by means of external sources and resistor connected in the circuit. Now why there is a need of biasing? So when transistor is continuously working as an amplifier, for transistor we are using the letter Q. When Q is working, Q means transistor is working as an amplifier. When transistor is working as an amplifier, no doubt it is driven into the active region for faithful amplification, and therefore output collector current IC is given by beta times IB plus 1 plus beta into IC0, where IC means output collector current, beta current gain or current amplification factor of BJT, IB base current, and IC0 reverse saturation current flowing from the transistor in the collector to base region. So this is the IC0. Now In this equation, we have seen that the output collector current depends upon the three temperature dependent parameter, that is IC0. So this IC, it depends upon three temperature dependent parameter, IC0, VB, that is voltage between base and emitter, and beta. So this output collector current is not constant. It depends upon the temperature dependent parameter IC0, VB and beta. Therefore, Q point is not stable at the center of DC load line. To stable the Q point at the center of DC load line, generally the biasing is needed. So why there is a need of biasing? Let us see that when transistor is continuously working as an amplifier, the output collector current is not stable. It changes due to the change in temperature dependent parameter IC0, VB and beta. Therefore, Q point is not stable at the center of DC load line. To stable the Q point at the center of this DC load line, to stable this Q point at the center of DC load line, generally biasing is used. Now, different techniques of the biasing. The different techniques of the biasing are different types of biasing. Different types of biasing. The first one is called base bias or fixed bias. Base bias method or fixed bias. Fixed bias. The second one is called collector bias. Collector bias. Third one is called collector emitter bias. Collector emitter bias. And fourth method is that is voltage divider bias. Voltage divider bias. Voltage divider bias, or it is called self bias circuit. Self bias. So different types of biasing, already we have discussed that. There are generally four types of biasing method: base bias or fixed bias. Second one is collector bias. Third one is collector emitter bias. Fourth one is voltage divider bias or self bias method. All these methods are used for faithful amplification of transistors. Now, we will discuss one by one method. Let us see the first method. Base bias or fixed bias. Okay? The first biasing method is the base bias method. Let us see the base bias method. Base bias, or it is called as the fixed bias. Fixed bias. The circuit arrangement is as given. This one is plus VCC. This resistor is RC. This resistor is RB base resistor. And this is transistor Q. And this terminal is grounded. So, this is the basic circuit of base bias. Now, let us label the current. Let us consider current flowing through this base terminal is IB. Current flowing through the collector terminal is IC. And current flowing through the emitter terminal is I. Similarly, two contact potential. So, to analyze this circuit, base bias or fixed bias circuit, always label the three different currents, that is base current, collector current and emitter current, and two contact potential, that is voltage between base and emitter. This is base terminal, this one is emitter, and this is contact potential, that is VBE, voltage between base and emitter. Similarly, second one is voltage between collector and emitter, that is VCE. So now to explain the concept of base bias or fixed bias, apply the KVL to base emitter loop या input loop. Apply KVL to base emitter loop, BE loop or base emitter loop. So what is the KVL? So plus VCC. So this one is the terminal plus VCC minus. So go to this way. Minus current flowing through this resistor is IB, minus IB into RB. After that, minus VB is equal to 0. So this equation gives that IB is equal to VCC minus VB upon RB. So this is equation number 1. So this equation shows that VCC, VB, that is contact potential for silicon, is 0.6 to 0.7 volt and germanium 0.2 to 0.3 volt, it is constant. VCC is also constant. If we fix the value of RB, we will get the fixed value of current, and therefore the base bias circuit is called as the fixed bias. So this is the current IB is fixed. IB is fixed by proper selection of base resistor RB, and therefore this equation or this circuit is called base bias. Here biasing is provided through the resistance RB. Now in this circuit, biasing is provided through resistance RB. Biasing is provided through resistance RB. And since VCC, VB and RB, all these terms are constant, we get the fixed value of IB, and hence base bias circuit is called as the fixed bias circuit. Similarly, now after the IB, we can find that neglecting the reverse saturation current, IC is equal to beta times I. IC is equal to beta times IB. And after that, to find the value of VC, so this is the first part, apply the KVL. Now second part one is to find output voltage VC, to find VCE. Apply KVL to collector emitter loop. Apply KVL to collector emitter loop, CE loop. We get plus VCC minus IC into RC minus VC is equal to 0, and that implies that VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC. This is equation number 2. So by using these two equations, we can analyze the base bias circuits. Now after that, we have to find the stability of base bias circuit. Now to find the stability of base bias circuit, stability as of the base bias circuit. Already in the last class we have discussed the general equation of stability. So write down that general equation of stability. S is equal to 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into delta IB upon delta IC. So this is the general equation to find the stability of any given circuit. Now we have to find the stability for base bias circuit or fixed bias circuit. The condition or rules to find the stability are, in the last class we already discussed. The first rule is that obtain the equation of current IB that contain the term VB. Obtain the equation of IB that contain the term VB, and that is already done in equation number 1. That is, this is the equation, that is IB is equal to VCC minus VB upon RB. So that is, this equation can be written as IB is equal to VCC upon RB minus VB upon RB. Same equation can be written IB is equal to VCC upon RB minus VB upon RB. Differentiate this equation partially with respect to IC to find delta IB upon delta IC term. So differentiate this equation partially, delta IB upon delta IC is equal to, so there is no terms of IC and therefore this is constant 0. This term is also constant, minus 0 is equal to 0. Now substitute this value in general equation of stability. So substitute in general equation of stability. Substitute in general equation of stability. So therefore S is equal to 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into 0, 0. So that is equal to 1 plus beta. So S is equal to, final equation is 1 plus beta. This is the stability of base bias or fixed bias circuit. And this stability factor, it is high. S is equal to 1 plus beta. It is too high, and therefore the stability should be as low as possible. For better performance of amplifier, the stability factor should be as low as possible. But it is becoming too high, and therefore this is the drawback. This S is high generally, and this is the drawback of base bias circuits. This is drawback of base bias circuit. So this is first circuit, that is base bias circuit. Now we will discuss the second circuit, that is called as base collector or collector bias circuits. Now second method is collector bias circuits. Collector bias circuits. Collector bias circuit. Circuit diagram is, this one is collector bias circuits. Instead of connecting the resistor, base resistor here, connect this base resistor below the collector resistance here. Now the same circuit will be activated as the collector bias circuit. This is plus VCC, this is resistance RB, RC, sorry, this one is RB, this one is transistor Q. Okay. So this is the basic circuit of collector bias circuits. Now to analyze this circuit, show the 3 different current in the circuits and 2 contact potential. Now this is the collector terminal, therefore the collector current flowing through the collector terminal, this one is the IC. The current flowing through the base terminal is IB. Now at this junction, let us see that in this path the current IB is going, in this path current IC is going, therefore incoming current through resistance RC become IB plus IC. IB plus IC. So now voltage between base and emitter terminal is VB. Voltage between collector and emitter terminal is VC. So now apply the KVL to the base emitter loop to find IB. Apply KVL to base emitter loop. apply the KVL to base emitter loop. What is the equations? Plus VCC. Apply the KVL. So plus VCC minus current through the RC is IB plus IC into RC. IB plus IC into RC. After that, current through resistance RB is IB into RB minus IB into RB. Next drop is VB minus VB is equal to 0. Now simplifying this equation for the current IB, VCC minus IB into RC minus IC into RC minus IB into RB minus VB is equal to 0. Now solving for the IB, VCC minus VB minus ICRC. So from these two terms take the IB common. So IB into RB plus RC या RC plus RB, RB plus RC या RC plus RB. So that equation becomes IB is equal to VCC minus VB minus ICRC upon RB plus RC. So now this is the base current IB. IB is equal to VCC minus VB minus ICRC upon RB plus RC. So this equation further can be simplified for the better partial differentiation. VCC upon RB plus RC minus VB upon RB plus RC minus IC into RC upon RB plus RC. So this is our first equation. Now let us find the equation of IB that contains the term VB. It is also satisfied in this equation. Now this equation shows, our circuit shows that the biasing is provided to this circuit through resistance RB and RC. Here biasing is provided through RC and RB, and therefore this circuit is called as the collector bias. The main resistor is the collector resistor, which provides the proper arrangement to the transistor at the input terminal. It means that biasing is provided through the resistance RB, and therefore this circuit is called collector bias circuit. In collector bias circuit, the base current IB, input current IB is VCC upon RB plus RC minus VB upon RB plus RC minus IC into RC upon RB plus RC. This is the equation first. Now second, to find the output voltage VC, to find VC, it means that why this procedure or analysis is required. So when we have to find the operating point Q of the transistor, we have to go to this procedure, through this procedure, to find first value of IB. After that, IC is equal to beta times IB, and after finding the IC, we get the value of VC. So to find VC, apply the KVL to collector emitter loop. Apply KVL to collector emitter loop, CE loop. So what is the KVL? Plus VCC minus IB plus IC into RC minus VC is equal to 0, and from this equation we get the value of VC. So these are the basic fundamental analysis of collector bias circuits. Now in this circuit already we have stated that biasing is provided through resistance RB, and that's why it is called collector bias circuit. And in collector bias circuit, base current is not fixed. it depends upon again the value of IC. Here IC is the variable, and this collector current IC changes with change in temperature, and therefore this IB is not a constant. It is varying. It depends upon the IC, and therefore we have to provide the stability for the circuit, and hence we require the stability factor. How to achieve the stability factor? By analysis process. Let us see how. So just we have seen that the base current IB is equal to so it is VCC upon RB plus RC minus VB upon RB plus RC and minus ICRC upon RB plus RC. So this is the equation already we have obtained by applying the KVL to the input loops, and we know that for general equation of stability, we know the general equation. Now general equation of the stability is given by S is equal to 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into delta IB upon delta IC. So to find the stability of collector bias circuit, use the general equation, and in that equation we have to find the value of delta IB upon delta IC. It means we have to find the value of IB, which is given by this equation, and the condition is that this IB term must contain the value of VB. So here the term VB is there. Now to find the value of delta IB upon delta IC, differentiate this equation partially. Differentiate partially with respect to IC. So we get delta IB upon delta IC is equal to. Now here there is no term of IC, therefore this term is constant and differentiation of constant is 0, minus in this term there is no term of IC, it is being constant, differentiation of this constant is 0, minus here is the term IC. Therefore with respect to IC, I say 1, it becomes RC upon RB plus RC. So RB, and therefore the answer is minus RC upon RB plus RC. So this is the value of delta IB upon IC. Now substitute this value in general equation of stability. Substitute in general equation of stability. Substitute in general equation of stability. So S is equal to 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into minus RC upon RB plus RC, and this equation becomes S is equal to 1 plus beta upon minus into 1 plus 1 plus beta into RC upon RB plus RC, and this is the general equation of stability, that is equation of stability, equation number 2, which is given by for the collector bias circuit. This equation shows that stability factor of the collector bias circuit, it depends upon the base resistance as well as collector resistance. The stability factor S of the collector bias circuit depends upon both RB and RC. By proper selection of RB and RC, we can provide the proper biasing to the transistor, and method is known as the collector bias circuits. Okay. Now we will discuss the third method named as collector emitter bias circuits. Third method is collector emitter bias circuits. Collector emitter biasing. The circuit diagram is given below. Here plus VCC, this one is resistance RC, this one is RB, this one is RE, this one is transistor, collector terminal, base terminal, and this one is emitter terminal. This is the basic circuit of collector emitter bias. Now in this circuit, biasing is provided through collector and emitter. Biasing is provided through RC and RE along with RB, and therefore this circuit is known as collector emitter biasing. So let us see the convention. In base bias, the resistance was connected to the base terminal RB. In collector bias, a resistance was connected to the collector terminal RC. And in collector emitter bias, both resistance are connected to collector and emitter separately, known as RC and RE, and therefore this circuit is called collector emitter biasing. Now to analyze the circuit, apply the KVL. So before applying, label the circuits. We know that current flowing to the base terminal is IB, current flowing through the collector terminal is IC, and current flowing through the outgoing current is emitter is IE. Therefore, current flowing through the resistor RC is, here IB is coming, in this direction IC is coming, therefore IB plus IC. So, to find the value of IB, apply the KVL to base emitter. To find IB, apply KVL to input circuit, apply KVL to input circuit. So what is the KVL now? Plus VCC minus IB plus IC into RC, IB plus IC into RC. After that, minus IB into RB. After that, minus VB, contact potential between base and emitter VB, and potential between collector and emitter is called as the VC. Label this also. Minus IB. Let us see that first. Plus VCC minus IB plus IC into RC minus IB minus VB. After that, minus I into RE, minus IE into RE. After that, there is the ground, that is equal to 0. Now in this equation, the new term is I, and we know that IE is equal to, in BJT, emitter current is equal to sum of base current and collector current. IE is equal to IB plus IC. So substitute the value of IE is equal to IB plus IC and solve this equation for IB. Therefore, we get plus VCC minus IB into RC minus IC into RC minus IB RB. Replace this equation, I is equal to minus IB into RE minus IC into RE is equal to 0. So plus VCC minus, here IC, both terms are IC, minus VB. So next term is minus VB. Here one of the terms already we have left, minus VB. Here it should be also one of the drop is minus VB. This term drop. Minus VB is equal to 0. VCC minus VP. Let us see that the key here. Plus VCC minus IB plus IC into RC minus IB RB minus VB minus I into RE is equal to 0. Minus VB minus IC into RC plus RE, RC plus RE is equal to, here three terms of IB, IB into RB plus RC plus RE. So therefore equation of IB is equal to VCC upon RB plus RC minus VB upon RB plus RC minus IC into RC plus RE upon RB plus RC plus RE. That is our equation number 1. So obtain the equation of base current that contains the term of VB. Okay. Now next, differentiate this equation partially. Differentiate this equation partially with respect to IC. Differentiate partially with respect to IC to find delta IB upon delta IC. Delta IB upon delta IC is equal to, this is constant term, differentiation is 0, this is constant term, differentiation is 0. Now here is the term IC. Always see where the term in which IC is involved. In both the terms there is no terms of IC, therefore it becomes constant and differentiation becomes 0. Now in this term there is a term of IC. Differentiate this term with respect to IC. IC 1, therefore we get minus RC plus RE upon RB plus RC plus RE. So this is the equation number 2, that is after differentiation. Substitute this value of delta IB upon delta IC. Substitute in general equation of stability, that is S is equal to 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into delta IB upon delta IC. So this equation becomes 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into, what is the value of delta IB upon delta IC? Minus RC plus RE upon RB plus RC plus RE, and this is the final equation. Therefore equation of stability S is equal to 1 plus beta upon minus 1 plus beta into RC plus RE upon RB plus RC plus RE, and this is the general equation of stability. So from this general equation we get the stability for collector emitter bias circuit. Stability of collector emitter bias circuit is given by S is equal to 1 plus beta upon 1 plus beta into RC plus RE upon RB plus RC into RE. This equation shows that stability depends upon mainly RC and RE, which is provided through the RB, and name of the circuit becomes therefore collector emitter bias circuits. Okay. So in the next class we will see the biasing and analysis of voltage divider bias and cell bias circuits. So this has we are using the different techniques, and after that we will do the analysis of voltage divider bias. Thank you.